Back here with Coach Mora, I'm Julia Gintof, and we're taking it to the rent this week. UConn opens it up at home against CCSU. And Coach, I feel like I speak for a lot of UConn football fans when I say I cannot wait to see this team play in person, to witness the revolution in action. The weather is gonna be good. I'm sure there's gonna be a lot of tailgating. It's just a different atmosphere when you're on your own turf. How excited are you to just play and coach in front of a home crowd again?
I think I'm very excited, and I know our team is very excited to play at home in front of the people that support us, in front of family, on our home stadium, or in our home stadium, on our amazingly beautiful grass field that'll be painted up with all our markings, and coming out of our locker room. It'll be a real special day for us.
I see these two UConn football helmets here.
Yep.
I'm sure there's a little bit of symbolism with that.
Well, it's a bleed blue game this week, and we're gonna wear all blue. So we're gonna wear blue helmets, blue jerseys, blue pants, blue socks, blue shoes, blue tights, everything's blue. So it's all blue. Yeah, so that's how we're doing it this week.
It's a blue out. I love it. You really can't beat a college football Saturday. Let's talk quarterbacks, Coach. We'll see Zion Turner get the start this weekend after he was thrown into the game and played pretty well last weekend against Utah State. It's a lot to ask of a true freshman, but then again, we've seen that with the competition he had in high school, with the success he had, he's not like most freshmen in that way. Is he ready to take on this task at QB1, and can you speak to his composure going into the matchup this weekend?
Yeah, I think last week was difficult because he didn't get starter reps during the practice week, and that's important to get those repetitions, just to dial it in and work on your timing and work on the rhythm that you have with your wide receivers. There was probably a few times where he was a little bit hesitant. This week, he's getting all the starter repetitions, and he's a very fast learner. And so he'll be much better on Saturday. You talk about his composure and his poise. That's one of the things that stands out. His demeanor on the field, his demeanor in meetings, really just the overall demeanor. He's very stoic, he's very poised, he takes command when he needs to. He's fun to be around. And this was a close quarterback competition, as you know, as everyone knows. And so this team, this coaching staff, we have a ton of confidence in Zion. You mentioned his background. I mean, the guy's a winner. He's a great competitor. He played at St. Thomas Aquinas, one of the top high school programs in the country. He won the mythical national championship. He's played on national TV. He's played in front of big crowds. He's played great competition. He's always had success. So I think that that's just in his DNA, and I think that he'll play great for us.
We saw it last weekend. He threw that interception on his first pass, but he wasn't rattled, bounced right back, threw the touchdown that next pass. I'm sure those are some of the things that you like to see in those scenarios. And leading up to this game this weekend, what are you saying to him to help him keep that confidence up?
Well, I haven't said a lot to him. Nick spent most of the time with him, Nick Charlton. And Nick and all the quarterbacks have a great rapport. And, Zion, it's a tough week for Zion. It's his first week of school. He's the starting quarterback, playing at home. There's a lot on his plate. And yet, he's been in Nick's office a bunch. He's up here pulling Nick out of meetings, bugging him for information. Where can I find film? And it's really impressive to see him act that way. He doesn't need to be told a lot, because he is the way you want a quarterback to be naturally. So I don't know that we need to say a lot to him rather than just coach him up.
Yeah, totally. Sticking with the offense, Nate Carter had an insane performance last weekend after his career-high game, and now a Keelan Marion injury, adding to an already weakened receiver core. I can't help but think that CCSU will definitely be game planning to slow down the rush. Let's talk about the wideout group. How are you and the team reworking that group amid all of this adversity that you're facing, and who's been stepping up in practice that we could really see make an impact this weekend?
Well, whenever there's injuries, people have to step in and just perform to the best of their ability, and that's what we want to try to do every day anyway. But, Aaron Turner has done a nice job. We're getting Nigel Fitzgerald back. KC has done a nice job. Dejon Harrison has improved a lot in our scheme. He's a good player, but just learning what we do. Matt Drayton is starting to make moves. Kyleesh Hicks is coming back. Nigel Fitzgerald, did I just mention Nigel?
You did.
I did. Well, he's a big, good-looking guy.
Totally.
Good player. I mentioned him a couple of times. Darius Bush does a good job for us. So that we have weapons, and they've got to create something. Jake Flynn, he's got to get open. We just got to get these guys to create some space and get open, and Zion will put it where it's supposed to be.
Awesome. I remember that first quarter of the Utah State game. I had the TV on, UConn Twitter in one hand is going off. You guys came out firing, to say the least. Has that been a point of emphasis when you're leading up to a game, to be that team that strikes first? And how important is it to set the tone, not only in a home opener, but against a team like the Blue Devils on Saturday?
Well, starting fast is critical to success. It's proven that if you a team that scores first in a game wins almost 90% of the games in college football. So, unfortunately, we didn't follow that script on Saturday. But jumping on someone and coming out of the gate fast and imposing your will is critical. I mean, whether you're at home or on the road. Now, coming out this week and jumping on a team like Central Connecticut State and trying to then take the next step was not just jumping on someone, but then expand on that lead and not let someone back in the game. Last week against Utah State, we're up 14-0. We talk all the time about handling adversity, but we didn't talk a lot about handling success. We did not handle success well. Every week's a different proposition. We might have to go out this week and handle adversity well early, but either way, we'll be prepared, and starting fast is critical.
I know you weren't satisfied with the outcome last weekend, but what I saw was that this team can compete, and they want to compete, and they're definitely due for a win this weekend. UConn faces Central Connecticut State University for an in-state showdown on Saturday. Game time is at 12 p.m. in East Hartford, but if you can't make it in person, it will be broadcast live on the CW20. Coach, thank you once again.
Thank you.
And I'm looking forward to it.
All right, me too.